June 2020's vinyl update. Ahoy everybody, and welcome to my vinyl update for June 2020. Big chunk of this you've already seen because it's from my Slice of Vinyl haul, which I posted a couple of weeks ago. Rest of it you haven't, so what I'll do, I'll show you the stuff that I haven't already shown first, and then quickly whiz through what I bought at Slice of Vinyl. Quick start, that was heavy. Okay, so first up we have John Martyn's Solid Air on blue vinyl. I know next to nothing about John Martyn, but I bought this for my classic album series. It was on recordstore.co.uk, I think, or one of the similar sites if not, on Ireland. It was a pre-order, but at a sale price. I think it was a tenner, or a little bit over that, but around that certainly. So I thought I'd pick that up. That also comes with a download code. So yeah, be interesting to listen to that. Part of the same little deal, Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. I know my dad had a Mike Oldfield album, which I presumed was this, but it clearly isn't, because I vividly recall the gatefold and the inside of a gatefold, a big picture of him sat surrounded by guitars, which, unless this is just that this version hasn't got the gatefold, but I don't recall even listening to that album that my dad had anyway. But obviously Tubular Bells' classic album that I need to listen to, so this will be going in my series as well. That was just classed as grey vinyl in case you didn't spot it. Okay, one of recordstore.co.uk's deals of the day was for Elbow's The Seldom Seen Kid. This is 2 discs, and it plays at 45 RPM for optimum sound quality. So this has got One Day Like This, which I think all sane people realise is one of the greatest songs ever written. I have Greatest Hits of Elbow, and I have their last album on signed CD. This is the first vinyl of theirs that I own. I think this was a tenner, round about that anyway, so I snapped it up. Get in. It's on Fiction Records. And comes with download. Next I bought through Amazon, and it is the new reissue of Hendrix's Band of Gypsies, the 50th anniversary edition, remastered from the original 2-track master tapes, all analogue, limited edition, 180 gram vinyl pressing on translucent red, black and white marbled vinyl. So this was a live recording from New Year's Eve 1969 into 1970 in New York of Hendrix with the Band of Gypsies, Buddy Miles and Billy Cox. Gatefold sleeve. And it's got a booklet. And do we have a download? No download. Polyline sleeve, custom labels, and very pretty vinyl. Which I think is what prompted me to actually get this reissue, was the coloured vinyl. Okay, then next up we have 2 copies of the same album. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the release of the debut album of Sleeper, one of my favourite bands. The album's called Smart. So I ordered through their web store. Basically, I tried to get the best combination of variants and signatures. So through their web store, I ordered signed poster, which has a story about, but you'll have to wait until I show that on an autograph video, which is going to be next month. Signed CD and signed yellow vinyl. And then through Record Store, I think it was, I got the signed, I think it's clear vinyl, it's this one anyway. So this one, signed on the cover by Louise, John and Andy. So Deed, the other original member, the bass player, left the band years ago and isn't in the reformed version, so that's why he hasn't signed it. So this is 2 discs. Disc 1 is the album. Oh, yeah, disc 1 is the album. Disc 2 is the bonus tracks, and it's various B-sides from the era. Nice gatefold. Nice big booklet. Writing from the band and the lyrics, including the lyrics of the B-sides. Oh, cool. Yeah. And yes, it's clear. Thought it was. Their comeback album, The Modern Age, which came out in 2018. No, it came out last year. I got in, I think, 4 different variants on vinyl. The second disc is obviously the same. So yeah, that was a clear vinyl version that I got through recordstore.co.uk. I think they did have the clear version on their web store, but it wasn't signed. Then the yellow version, which came with a hype sticker, the bulk of which is exactly the same. However, the signed bit on this is missing. Where are we? An art card of the cover. And this has also got an extra art card, which is a comic book version of In-Betweener. And this is on yellow, transparent vinyl. Yeah, so this is the only signed stuff I've got this month. So because it's all just one band, I thought I'd save it until I've got a bit more. So I won't be doing an autograph update this month. I'm going to go in easily. Yep. Okay, next up is an eBay purchase. In the mid-80s, one of Prince's many side projects was a jazz band called Madhouse, which consisted of him, his horn players, Eric Leeds and Atlanta Bliss, Sheila E. on drums, and Levi Caesar Jr. on bass. Yes, on bass. And Prince played keyboards and a bit of guitar, I think, but mainly keyboards. They released 2 albums, and then there's 2 unreleased albums. They're simply called 8 and 16, and the first album, the tracks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Second album, they are 9 to 16, but they got subtitles as well. I have CDs of 8 and 16, however they are counterfeit CDs. But I have picked up 8 on vinyl. It always goes for a fair bit of money. I've paid around £30 for it, which isn't too bad. It's about the going rate, but it doesn't pop up too often, so I thought I would grab it. So on Prentice Paisley Park Records. None of it has been cleaned or played. It definitely needs a clean. It's got a couple of light marks on it, so it might be a bit noisy, but I don't think it's going to affect. I don't think it's going to stick or jump. So glad to have picked that up. I think 16's a bit harder to come by. So last month I showed Wendy James's new album, which is, I'll reiterate, is excellent. And I think I mentioned on that video that I'd picked up a CD of her 2 albums previous called I Came Here to Blow Minds from her website. She announced a couple of weeks ago that she had a few copies available of that on vinyl in her store. So because I enjoyed the album and because it's on coloured vinyl, I picked that up. So yeah, it's a really good album. The lyric sheet. That's on a marbly pink vinyl. Black and white bits. Very pretty. So yeah, glad to have picked that up. As most of you are probably aware, Record Store Days had its tribulations this year, as we all have. So originally it was going to be in April, I think it was. That was then delayed because of COVID, and they announced it was going to be June the 20th. But then, of course, that was delayed because of COVID. And it's now going to be on 3 different dates towards the end of the year. One in August, September and October, I think it is. But what also happened, to replace the June 20th day, they made that Love Record Stores Day, which was a online record store day, basically. And some of the releases that were originally scheduled for Record Store Day were brought forward-ish and are available on that day instead. And I think there were some new bits as well that were exclusive to that. There's only one title I was after, and I had fun and games trying to get it. First of all, I wanted, I thought, well, I'll stay local, and tried Pie and Vinyl record shop in Southsea. That was the nearest store that was taking part. They had its Sleeper live at the BBC. They had a page for it. I found it. It was before it went on sale at 9 o'clock. I sort of got there about 9:15. Yes, it was there. Currently unavailable. Fine. Refresh. Around 9 o'clock. Site crashed a couple of times. Got really slow. But just even 5-10 minutes after, it was still saying currently unavailable. So I gave up on them. Tried the next nearest one, which is a shop in Southampton. They had it. I put it in my basket. Then something happened and it came up as unavailable. So presumably 2 of us put it in my basket at the same time. So I couldn't get it from them. Tried a rough trade. I thought, well, in that case, I'll go big and try one of the big sites. They didn't. It was one of the titles they weren't stocking. Same at the time was true of Townsend Music, although they now have it on. So I thought, right. So then I started just trying random stores, and eventually a store in London whose name I can't remember. Let's have a look, because it was good service and they deserve I mentioned, Stranger Than Paradise Records in London. They had it, I ordered it, and it was a decent price from them as well. So this is 12 tracks recorded, BBC radio sessions, a couple of John Peels and Mark Radcliffe, and an evening session entirely from their first 2 albums. Yeah. And it's on a nice blue vinyl. So glad to have picked that up. And then the last new stuff, mentioned in previous videos and earlier in this one, the Universal online record store, so recordstore.co.uk, Sound of Vinyl, and You Discover have been doing deals of the day every day, picked up quite a few of them. What was announced as their last deal of the day, although they have now carried on doing them, was a special one, and it was these 5 compilations that were originally released for Record Store Day last year. £8 each, so £40 for the lot plus postage, and they are 5 Decca 90 releases. So this is the Freak Beat scene. So it's each one is 2 discs, and it's basically Decca artists songs that sort of fit into this genre, but they're a nice mixture of people that you've heard of, like the Small Faces, Mark Bolan. That's about it on this one. Keith Shields I've heard of, plus lots of people you don't know, or The Attack, who were I think either an early name of somebody or they featured somebody. But each one comes with a nice booklet telling you all about the bands. Jeff Beck. No, hold on. I know the Attacks recorded Hi Ho Silver Lining at the same time as Jeff Beck, but they're on another disc, so I might see a bit more about them on there. And then all the details, including running times of each track. And then I'm not going to show you all the discs across all the ones, but they all come in polyline sleeves, heavyweight black vinyl. Very nice. So yes, I mean it's all music. Oh, and they've got download codes as well. So it's not bad for £8 each. Yeah. So it's all music, it's all styles of music I know I like, but it would be good to discover new tracks and new artists. There's no sort of big tracks on them. I mean, the first track on here is a cover of Please Please Me by the Beatles by The Score, and Shell Naylor doing One Fine Day. There's tracks I would know, The Fly's doing I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, but these particular versions I won't know. This is the R&B scene. So this has got the Birds, so that's not with a Y, that's with an I. Yes, Ronnie Wood was a guitarist with. Who else is on here? Dave Berry, Lulu, Graham Bond Organisation, Davy Jones with the King Bees, who of course is David Bowie. John Mayer and the Blues Breakers, Zoot Money, Rod Stewart, Alexis Corner's Blues Incorporated, another Birds one at the end. So a bit more stuff that I know on this, or at least I know the artists. The Northern Soul scene, David Essex, Clyde McPhatter, Ronnie Jones, Tom Jones, Amen Corner, Danny Williams, Dave Berry, Elkie Brooks, Brotherhood of Man. That's long before they went all ABBA copyists. So again, nice, some good stuff on there. A psychedelic scene, Tintin Abbey, The End, This is the other one, the Attacker on, so will it tell me a bit more about them here? No. Okay. Al Stewart. I haven't got an artist next to it. What was it? Record 2 side 3. I see. What they've done is a track called Iceman, and the band's called Ice, but they haven't put. Where are we? There. I haven't put Ice in bold, so it looks like it was just called Ice Iceman, and they, or Ice Iceman, and they'd left the artist off. Moody Blues, Keith Shields again. Yeah, that's that one. And the last one is the Mod Scene. And this has got Graham Goldman, Mockingbirds, Amen Corner again, The Attack again, Chris Farlow, Graham Bond Organisation, Ronnie Jones and the Nighttimers, Small Faces, Zoot Money, Tom Jones, Jimmy Winston, Paul and Barry Ryan. So again, fair few, but still, you know, it's not singles, you know, it's not tracks that I would instantly recognise. So they'll be interesting to listen to. So that's all the stuff I haven't shown, all of it apart from Madhouse new vinyl. Then I was fortunate enough to be able to go record shopping. I've done a big haul video, so I've shown all these in detail, so I'll quickly whiz through them. We have Fleetwood Mac Rumours for my First Listens Classic Album series. Small Faces Big Hits, all the singles, original versions. Little Richard's his greatest hits. The Proclaimers, Sunshine on Leaf. Joni Mitchell, Hejira. Melanie, Gather Me. There's another Melanie coming up at some point. This is a new copy of A Love Supreme by John Coltrane. XTC is Black Sea, is it called? I can never remember. Yeah, Black Sea. Wings, Band on the Run. Tina Turner, Break Every Rule. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. Slade, Old New Borrowed and Blue. A new copy of Princeton Revolution Around the World in a Day, because I didn't have a new copy of it. A new copy of Are You Experienced? Jimi Hendrix Experience. Really nice copy of this, heavyweight vinyl. Genesis is The Lamb That Lies Down on Broadway. Human League's Dare, that's another one for the classic album series. Jimi Hendrix Experience Smash Hits. It's got some B-sides on it. Body and Soul by Joe Jackson. Night and Day by Joe Jackson. Golden Hour of the Loving Spoonful's Greatest Hits. This is the other Melanie, Born to Be. Best of a Dave Clark 5. I Just Can't Stop It, The Beat. Janis Joplin, or Big Brother and the Holding Company, Cheap Thrills. History of the Birds, it's 2-disc best of. And finally, Elvis Costello's This Year's Model. So yeah, loads bought this month. Probably be less in July. There's quite a few pre-orders have recently been announced, but I'm gradually ordering for later in the year, so that's sort of taking up the money. But I'm sure there'll be some bits to show you. Hopefully I might get to Heathen Chemistry sometime this month as well. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.